Galwaf yr cynulliad cenedlaethol I drefn ag ar gychwyn hoffwn groesawu Mariam Jack Denton, llefarydd cynulliad cenedlaethol y Gambia, sy'n arwain cynrychiolwyr ar ymweliad â'r cynulliad cenedlaethol heddiw, felly croeso llefarydd a'ch dirprwyaeth. Yr eitem gyntaf yn agenda ni yw'r cwestiwn brys dwi wedi dderbyn o dan rheol sefydlog 12.67 a galwaf yr Adam Price I ofyn y cwestiwn brys.
Diolch Llywydd. Pa gynlluniau mae Llywodraeth Cymru wedi gwneud I ymateb I effeithiau diddymu Carillion?
Diolch Llywydd. Ydym yn disgwyl ond ychydig o effaith uniongyrchol bydd diddymiad Carillion yn codi yng Nghymru, bydd Llywodraeth Cymru yn gwneud popeth o fewn a'i gallu I helpu gweithwyr Carillion yn effeithiau'r arnynt yma. Mae swyddogion Llywodraeth Cymru yn parhau I asesu unrhyw ganlyniadau pellach mewn sefyllfa sy'n parhau I ddatblygu'n gyflym.
Dwi'n ddiolchgar i'r ysgolhaig Cabinet am I ymateb. Dwi'n gobeithio allan ni gael chydig bach mwy o fanylion ynglyn â rai o prosiectau penodol. Can you say whether any of the Welsh Government contracts awarded to Carillion were awarded after July, the time of the first profits warning issued by the company? After the second and third profits warning in September and November last year, did the government discuss contingency arrangements with Abellio in relation to Carillion's role as the nominated contractor as part of their rail franchise bid? And can the Cabinet Secretary further advise us if there's now a material risk that Abellio's bid is effectively null and void, as it is in effect naming a nominated contractor that no longer exists and therefore rendering it liable to legal challenge? Finally, is the whole Carillion experience, which has left so many smaller subcontractors and their employees carrying the can effectively for large companies' mismanagement and indeed reckless profiteering, does it give us pause for thought in our over-reliance still on externally owned contracting conglomerates for civil engineering work? There must surely be a better way going forward.
Thank the member for what I take to be three main questions. In relation to contracts that the Welsh Government has, there is one contract, a contract in relation to the design phase of Junction 15 and 16 on the A55, which was awarded after the original warning about Carillion in July of next year. At the point that that warning was issued, the procurement process was paused. Further assurances were sought from the company. Those assurances were received and risks that might have been involved were mitigated. No other contract has been awarded since July of last year. As far as Abellio is concerned and the franchise arrangements there, I think there are a number of points which I should make. First of all, directly in answer to Adam Price's question, Transport for Wales, having seen the developments in July and during the autumn, have been involved in making sure that the necessary financial underpinning of bids is reliable, and they have been in discussions with Abellio on that basis. In the immediate aftermath of events earlier this week, the Cabinet Secretary has taken legal advice so that we are clear as to whether there are any impacts from these developments for the franchise process. The company itself is taking action to make sure that it is in a position to go forward with a bid if it chooses that course of action. And the Welsh Government remains committed to a final outcome in the tender process, which leads to the improvement in services that people in Wales wish to see secured. The third question the member raises the broadest one, of course. He will have seen, I'm sure, a piece in the Financial Times today called The Problem of Bigness, in which the author teases out the difficulties that occur for public contracting organisations in a market where there has been radical consolidation and the number of players in the field doesn't necessarily give rise to genuine competition. So that inevitably does come to the fore in the Carillion experience, and he's right to point to the fact that all public authorities that are involved in securing necessary services through going out to contract will want to review this experience, learn the lessons from it, and to make sure that public funds are not exposed unnecessarily in the future.